What's up, YouTube? How are you guys today? Today we're back with episode 2 of our FIFA 20 starter series. And first I want to just thank you for all your support on episode 1. I know the video is doing really well. I know you guys enjoyed it, so I hope to continue this series for a few episodes. And I just wanted to touch on one point that I thought was important because it was confirmed that essentially the season pass is taking over the EA catalog. I want to talk about how that changes things just a little bit and what it means from the market standpoint. So I think the season pass is a really good thing for FIFA. I think the milestones are great. It's going to add a whole nother component and a whole nother kind of grinding type of aspect to FIFA where you're aiming for certain objectives or milestones, goals, headers, bicycle kicks, etc. And I think it will provide more coins for the market over time. But initially, you might not get that initial coin boost from like kits and balls and the just coin boost just from playing. You won't be able to unlock those all in one go. Instead, you'll complete milestones over time. So the market will still see a coin influx, but it might take a little bit longer. It might take a week to complete some milestones or objectives. It might take a month. You'll have more coins from those throughout the year if you're grinding it, but it might not be instantaneous. I did kind of mention that in episode 1, but I did want to confirm that it will be a season pass and the EA catalog has been removed from FUT. With that being said, let's get right into episode 2, and I wanted to remind you guys where we left off on episode 1. So in episode 1, we essentially started to complete some SBCs, getting that initial coin boost, and I wanted to show you a few trading techniques if you were going to still continue on web app for a few hours and you wanted to make some additional coins to what you started with. So today I want to show you 2 methods that work really well, and they're reliant on Futbin and then Bronze Pack method, which is really famous, but I wanted to start first with the Futbin method as it's not as known about. Here I am on the web app homepage, and I want to look through some SBCs with you and show you how we can trade with them. So I'm going to go right into the SBC tab. Then I'm going to go into the basic. You won't see as much tabs there because there's not going to be as many SBCs right from the bat. Icons, leagues, etc. they won't be out yet. So I'm going to click on the League and Nation Basics. Of course, make sure you get through what you have to get here. And my favorite personally that I like to trade on, because I think it provides a few cards at once, is this multi-league and multi-nation. So we see that the requirements here are max 2 players from the same league, max 2 players from the same nation, and 6 clubs in your squad. And a 55 rating makes it so you can use silvers a lot. What people do, and what you guys may have done yourselves, is they go right into Futbin. And they go to the SBCs tab. I'm going to show you how to get here. So just an example I have up. Basically, you go to SBCs, Active Challenges, Basic, League and Nation Basics, and then Multi-League and Nation Simulator. We were just there. And this is the top completed solution, okay? When you see a top solution in Futbin, what it means is that when it was inputted, when someone submitted this squad, it was the cheapest available. However, if you see a top squad on Futbin appear as cheapest, it's likely not the cheapest, because what happens is everyone goes to rush and buy these cards. They say like, oh, that one's way cheaper than the one behind it or above it. I'm going to run and I'm going to go buy these cards really quickly. And then everyone goes and does that. So say 30 people go buy these 6 silvers, okay? If 30 people try to buy one card, that card's going to inflate. And then Futbin might get locked in, and it might still read that price as 1,300. And people are using names that are trying to get you to buy certain cards often. But that SBC might actually cost closer to 4,000 coins. But people don't know that going into it. Or maybe they buy a few cards and then they just want to finish it at that point. So they buy cards at a much inflated price, and people profit off that technique. It doesn't work super early on because so many people are submitting SBC solutions that they do rotate really quickly. But I also don't advise doing a top solution because you could get screwed and end up paying a lot more coins than you'd think. So what I want to do here is show you how I use this Futbin information to essentially find some filters to trade with. So what I'm noticing here is that, you know, the strikers need strong links right across. They need to be same league and same nationality. Same with the center mids and the center backs. That's how you can easily complete this SBC, it appears. Because I'm noticing that the strikers are from Korea and from the K-League, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a filter using the web app and try to find cards that are going for some value because of this SBC. So I know that the cards are going to be silver due to the rating, so I'm going to go right over to web app, search the transfer market, quality, silver, position, striker. I'm going to line it up identically with what I see here, okay? League, we're going to go to the K League, down here. There it is, sorry, missed it. Nationality, Korea. Perfect. So I typed in essentially the exact information I saw, right? These two players are from the K League and they're Korean. I'm going to bring that over here and I'm going to search max price at 150. And I want to see if I can get any players at 150 that might sell at a greater value. Of course, right now in FIFA 19, not many people are looking to complete these SBCs. So these cards are not retaining much value as you see here. There's buy nows for 200. There's a ton of open bids, but a few of these might sell even today. But more importantly, what you're going to find in FIFA 20 is that maybe you can get some open bids at 150 coins. Maybe you can buy this card for 150, but you can sell him for 400 or 500 coins. And that's really, really good to make note of. What you can do is you can kind of compile a list of nationalities and leagues that might go together well, and you can start using that to trade. If you know that these silvers also had a bottom price of 400 at least, you could also set up a sniping filter. I'm not a huge fan of sniping. There's a lot of luck to it, but if you are going to try sniping filters, what I personally look for is filters that can have multiple cards in it. So I know here, if say these kind of strikers from Korea are selling for 400 coins, what I would do is I'd set up a max buy now at 250 or 300, and I would just start searching. I would keep searching on console or web app, and you might make 200 coins a card, or you might get lucky and make 500 coins a card. And let me tell you, on web app, if you're making 500 coins a card or 1,000 coins a card or anywhere near there, you're doing really well because those coins are more valuable than ever. I wanted to give you one more example here. We're going to go into the advanced section here. We're going to go into hybrid leagues and Prime 9. We're just going to take a look quick at the requirements, what we see on the web app. 9 leagues in squad, max 2 players from the same league, minimum 5 players rare. So what that tells me is that you're essentially going to be looking for a nationality to link. So I've already brought it up on Futbin here. I went into the SBC section, I went into advanced, and I followed it right here, right to the Prime 9 completed challenge. So if I'm looking over this page, what I'm looking for is similar themes, okay? I'm looking for multiple cards in the same league as well. So it looks like there's a lot of different Argentinians here from all over the place. But what I did notice is that in the bottom left, there are 2 center backs from Argentina in Liga MX. So again, are many people completing these SBCs right now in mid-September? No. Are they going to be spamming them the whole first week of FIFA 20? Yeah. So what I do is I would take this information and I would go to the country as Argentina, and we'll go back to the web app here. Go to transfers. We'll go right to gold. Position, center back. We'll go to Liga MX. And you might find that these retain a certain value, okay? Argentina. There we go. You might find that these are retaining a value of, say, 600 coins or 700 coins, and it won't be anything outrageous, but because there are multiple options here, and I'm seeing 3 options, which looks fantastic, okay? I'm seeing Medina, Garcia, and Pareja, okay? Since there are 3 options, that gives you 3 options to snipe. It's not just, I'm going to go look at Lingard, and I'm going to try to snipe him for a K, and he sells at 3K. That's really sheer luck, and it's just spamming refresh, hoping someone undercuts or underlists. And sure, you might get 1 an hour, but that's what a lot of YouTube videos are, and they're just promoting, like, pretty much getting lucky. Here, yeah, it requires some luck still, but you're setting yourself up really well because there are 3 options that people might not know have value, and they might list pretty darn low. So that's kind of how I would use Futbin for sniping and finding bidding filters. You could also, again, go, if you know they're selling at 700, you could search max price 450, and you could go max bid all of these at 400. These could essentially turn into an easy coin method making for you, and something you can do really easily by going to drop bids at the same price on all these different cards. So you see that I switched pages here. I went over to the store section of the web app, and I wanted to end this video by showing you and explaining bronze pack method a little bit. I personally don't love bronze pack method. I think that it's overused. I think it's a grind technique, and I feel like people just do it too long into the year. There are definitely a lot better ways to trade once you have, say, 100K or 200K. You can start flipping cards, but bronze pack method is essentially a way to grind up not only your coins really slowly, but also your club. So let me show you how I personally use this method. So what I do is I just simply open a 400 coins bronze pack. You can do the 750 coin option later in the year and it can become somewhat profitable. I wouldn't recommend it. 400 is usually the way to go, but once squad fitnesses start selling higher, you can get more luck on that 750 pack as well, but 400 coins is the way to go. You see that there are a few players in this pack, and essentially, because of the new season pass, people are going to be doing bronze pack method a little bit more. They're going to be completing SBCs, and more bronzes are going to contain value than usual to start the year. What I would do is I would start going through each card. You can press list on transfer market and scroll down to compare price. It's a really easy function to check this. And you can see what their bottom buy now price is. So for example, even on this card, it looks like his lowest price is 750 coins. If you were going to get that on day one, what I would do is I'd list him around 600 or 550 to try to get a sell price, and then I would list the item. If I got fortunate enough on day one there, I'm already in profit on this specific bronze pack. And really rarely are you going to be in huge crazy profit on these because cards only have so much value. But you also get cards that you can store in your club for future use, making SBCs cheaper. So I'm going to look at this next card here. He's English, which usually holds some value. We can press compare price again. And it looks like he's not selling for 200 coins. So what I would do is I would send him to my club. Okay, we're pretending this is FIFA 20. I know that not a lot of these cards are going to have value now. And it looks like this card even sells. He might sell at 300 coins, 400 coins. We'll list him up. And then, and this could be the case very well at the start of FIFA 20. Then you made decent coins on this pack. Okay, I already made decent coins. I'm not seeing much that's going to sell here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to store contracts in my club. This year in FIFA 20, there is a way to mass essentially delete them, but there isn't a way to mass apply it that I know. So I'm really hoping they do that because then bronze pack method would be a little bit better this year. And I like that there's a function to mass discard. It could add up to a bit over time. I'm going to send this to my club. Everything else here, personally, I wouldn't use. You can always check kits and badges for a sell price. Like this badge is kind of cool looking, so I would check if it has any kind of value on the market. Again, end of FIFA 19, not much is selling, but at the start of the game, that might be worth 150 or 200 coins. Because it doesn't hold value today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to quick sell the rest. And it's only 33 coins here, as you see, 30 plus 3. It's only 33 coins, but over time that adds up because the pack itself is only 400. So I'm going to quick sell them all. Quick sell. And that's essentially what bronze pack method looks like. And don't get me wrong, that pack was fairly lucky, okay? You could open another one and you could end up losing, say, 150 or 200 coins. That's another decent card. But if you lose a few hundred coins, that's okay because over time you should build a bigger club and make coins really slowly. And you can also use these bronze in the future for upgrades. I know that people that do league SBCs and those kind of methods were enjoying that grind up, so trading in their bronzes to silvers, etc. For a bronze pack method, I would recommend a minimum of 10,000 coins to start. You will not make coins every single pack, and you are going to have to wait for some things to sell, so I like a minimum of 10k coins because then you can afford to miss out on some coins and you can wait for things to sell before opening them again. Again, without FIFA 20 being out, this is just speculative. So if you find that bronze pack method isn't working well for you after you do, say, 20 packs, then don't do it. This is just one method to use. I know that Futbin method is much more consistent, but I know this is really common and popular because it's kind of brainless and it builds up that club a little bit better. So I'm just going to store these all in my club for this video's sake, and I'm going to let you guys get on your way. Thank you guys for tuning in to episode 2. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe below, and we'll have episode 3 out shortly. Talk to you guys soon.